Welcome to the 28th Annual Women in the Forefront Luncheon. Thank you all for being here.
It is now my honor to introduce Valerie Jarrett and Susan Sher, who will conduct today's keynote conversation.
How do you advise men on supporting and retaining female talent?
Do better. One of my encouragements to everybody here is to, at some point in your career, try public service. And it doesn't have to be serving full-time in government. It could be serving on a school board or the park district or your neighborhood Boys and Girls Club. But you do get a certain satisfaction out about being a part of something bigger. Particularly if you love your home and you love your city, do something to try to make it a little better. Don't set your definition of having it all too high. I learned working for Mayor Daley, and actually Susan and I learned this lesson on the same day, was it's really important to work in an environment where you can thrive not just professionally but personally. Your life is a marathon and you will compartmentalize different parts of your life. I think you have to do an assessment as to what does having it all actually mean to you, and to recognize that you're going to make trade-offs and that there are going to have to be some sacrifices along the way. I remember thinking when I was trying to carry my daughter on my hip and open the door with groceries and it kept closing and a guy came by and he said, "Could I hold the door for you?" And I'm like, no, I've got this. Well, you know what? You don't. But I took pride in saying I can do everything myself. And so I really say to you, to the younger people, don't set yourself up to fail. At each stage of your life, you should try to be a whole person. And so even while working in the highest office in the White House, I still would try to have exercise. I would have lunch with a same group of friends every Sunday. It's not balance necessarily, because there was no balance really in my life when I was in the White House, but I did have kernels in my life that made me feel grounded, that reminded me of who I was, that friends who didn't give a darn where I worked, they just were my friends and took an interest in me and asked me not what did you do today, but how is Laura? And that is what gives you the sustenance I think you need to make it over the long haul. Your team will only be as good as your effort to invest in them. I really tried very hard with my team to know their family, know their children, if they had a sick parent, so that if they walk into a meeting and I see something's off, I have a frame of reference with which to interact with them. Employers who invest in their workers not only attract the best talent, but they retain the best talent, and we can no longer afford to leave half of our talent on the sideline.